What's going on, traders? John with Tactical Trading here with our Sunday watch list for the last week of August 2020. We're going to be going over 5 stocks this evening, 3 of which I already went over this weekend, so I'm not going to really get into the details about the stocks, and 2 that I'm going to be introducing you to. If you don't know who they are, I'm going to give you a little information on them and why I'm looking at them. So let's get into this. The first 3 are stocks that I've already mentioned this weekend, so I'm going to briefly go over them. The first one is VUZI Corporation, VUZI. The stock closed at $4.31, which is up 64 cents, approximately 17.5% on Friday. This is a leading manufacturer of smart glasses and augmented reality products. As I mentioned yesterday, they had struck a deal with Rosetta Corporation, and with that deal for their products, I do expect them to continue its run. They had a nice day on Friday, and I really anticipate this running through the first half of the week. And I really like this company, so I don't know about any entry points. I'm going to be looking for any type of pullback to get into this stock. If it keeps running, it may run without me, but I have a feeling this week we're going to have a really good week in VUZI. Second company that we're going to be talking about is Todos Medical, TOMDF. This is a company that actually I spoke about yesterday in my OTC Saturday video. This company right here, they struck a $6 million contract with the New York laboratory for their products into actually the products to make election infection testing. So I think it's the capacity for almost 30,000 tests a week. So I really anticipate for a small company like this to get that contract with this news circulating over the weekend. I really anticipate a nice run throughout the week next week, especially Monday, Tuesday, and possibly into Wednesday. Now, like I said before, this company's had some trouble breaking through that 18-cent mark, so I'd really keep a close eye on it. Right now, like I said, it's just a shade under 13. If you can get in anywhere around here and light it up to 18, that would be a very nice profit right there. If this thing does happen to break through 18 cents, I can see this thing just running and running. So you got to really play the price action on this one. But this is definitely one I'll be keeping my eye on early in the week, especially first thing tomorrow, to see if this thing gaps up and runs. Third stock had a huge day on Friday. This is a company that I spoke about actually yesterday again with my 10 swing trades that I like and their listed plays. It is HJLI. This is Hancock Jaff Labs. This company here closed on Friday at 46 cents. They were up almost up to 80 cents, and they pulled back pretty much. They gave up almost maybe 40-50% of their gains. They still remained almost 18 cents up on the day. So I mean, you're looking at this stock was a 28-cent, 30-cent stock before it started its run. They were up 64% on Friday, so they were actually up huge and did some pulling back. But what I like about this company is they had really good news on Friday, and with some of the good results from their tests. And I really think this stock has a chance, especially being a very low price stock. It doesn't have super high float, it has kind of low float. So I really think this stock can really start to spark. It traded over 400 million shares, so there's going to be a lot of eyeballs on this stock. And like I said, when a real cheap stock like this has pulled back, people see it as a value. I really see, and plus with the good news, I really see this stock possibly having a couple of good days going into this week. So the 3 stocks, like I said, that I mentioned: VUZI, VUZI Corporation, TOMDF, Todos Medical, which I really like, and Hancock Jaff Labs, HJLI. Now I'm going to introduce you to 2 stocks. The first one is going to be called, or the first one is called, I'm not going to, is EyePoint Pharmaceuticals, EYPT. This stock closed at 67.5 cents on Friday, 0.6748. They were actually up a shade under 10 cents, which is about 17% on Friday. This is a pharmaceutical company that develops products for the eyes. What they do is it treats patients with severe eye disorders. They expanded their exclusive license agreements with a couple of pharmaceutical companies out in Asia. I think what this does. I mean, it was a huge contract, approximately $9.5 million upfront payment. So that's a lot of money in their coffers right away. So I really like that that contract there. And what this does is opening them up to the Asian markets, really expand them, because as we know, most of the people in the world live in Asia. So EyePoint Pharmaceuticals, EYPT is a stock I definitely keep my eye on. Like I said, that is phenomenal news. I don't think the market really put it into concept of how big that news is, to opening them up to the Asian market, and also a small company like this getting a big, huge lump sum of almost $10 million. Just like Todos Medical, these huge contracts for these smaller companies could end up being a big boom for their business and a huge, huge part of making these guys a multi-day runner. So really, EYPT and TOMDF, I really like them for multi-day runs. The last stock we're going to be looking at is an OTC stock. I really contemplated putting this in my OTC Saturday video, but I wanted to save it for the watch list. I don't want to be talking about being redundant and talking about stocks in consecutive days. So this stock is DSG Global. DSGT, that's DSG Global. This stock closed at 0.0715, so a shade over 7 cents. They were up huge, 458% on Friday, which is 0.0587. This stock went up huge on Friday. I mean, anytime you get a 458% gain, you think, man, this thing's overextended. But the fact is, the sector that they're getting into, which is very hot, the EV sector, I think that's why this stock can continue its run, being an OTC stock with that type of gain, having its first green day. A lot of people missed this news. It circulated over the weekend again. And the reason why I like these OTC stocks is because they don't trade after hours, and they trade very sparsely in the pre-market. So anybody who sees this news and wants to buy in, they're going to be thrown in these buy orders. That could propel the stock for a gap up, and once it gaps up, you're going to get people with FOMO coming in and just chasing the stock. So you want to be very careful with your entry points with this thing. I mean, you don't want to buy it around 10, 11 cents, and then this thing pulls back to 8 or 9 cents, and you get your rear end handed to you. You want to be very careful with your entry points. I'd probably be looking for a nice pullback on this stock, buying it on the dip, and maybe selling it on another ride up. I think this one can be a multi-day runner as well. This is why I save this for last, because this is a stock I really like. This is a software as a service company in the IT industry. They have a subsidiary called Vantage Tag Systems that provides electronic tracking systems. They announced Friday that they'll be entering into the EV space, which is huge. Which we know is one of the hottest sectors on all of Wall Street. So the first orders for the low-speed EVs are being prepared for release with the manufacturer as we speak, and they also will be expanding their single-rider golf cart program. They had a monster move with the PR on Friday, and I expect a continuation going into next week. I think this thing, being at 7 cents, I think if we start getting into the double digits, 10 cents, 11 cents, this thing can really start running. And with some of these OTC stocks like we've seen before, if they can get some momentum, they can really go. RLFTF from 5 cents up to 95 cents. SHMP in the past 2 prior years, you've had these stocks run from 5 cents to 95, 96 cents. IPIX, we saw a run from the low teens all the way to 65. AXIM, we saw a run from about 19-20 cents all the way up to $1.44. So when these stocks get good move, they get some momentum, they can really run, and I think DSGT and TOMDF can do the same. So the 5 stocks that I'm going to be looking at, and what I'm going to do is list them in the order that I like them. DSGT is the first stock, and I like them the most. TOMDF, Todos Medical, that's number 2. VUZI, VUZI Corporation, is the 3rd. EYPT, EyePoint Pharmaceuticals, is number 4. And HJLI, Hancock Jaff Labs, is the 5th. So, this is my watch list for the week. And again, I am not a financial advisor. I'm just giving you my thoughts on the market and the information that I take in and how I process this. I always want you to do your own due diligence on these stocks. Find out all you can about these stocks before investing. See if these are a good fit and the right fit for your portfolio and your trading style. Like I said, none of these right now, in my opinion, are long-term trades. But these are trades that if you can pick up 15-20% on these, that'd be huge for you. for you. And you always want to take your profits on these stocks when you get, like I said, when you get over 10% profit, you always want to start eyeballing for your exit. And as any trade, you want to have a plan before you get in, get in any trade. So know where you want to get in, know where you want to get out, know how much profit you want to make, and if you get it, and if it starts going against you, cut your losses immediately. There's always another stock to move on to, just as we shown last week with some of these runners last week. So again, that's DSGT, EYPT, VUZI, TOMDF, HJLI. As always, please like, share, and subscribe. Any questions or comments, please put them in the comments section below. And you guys have a great week. Let's make this the best week so far that we've had of me being on this YouTube here. And again, I want to thank everybody. We've reached almost 400 subscribers, about 385. And I want to thank everybody for subscribing to the channel. It really means a lot to me. And like I said, I'm always going to do my best to make sure we get that money. Have a good day.